This is the Mazali chop, and the Mazali chop is the same as our regular Mazali, except that it comes with some layering right out of the box. So some of our customers actually will wear it just as it is, without adding in any additional styling. But that is definitely a personal preference, and generally people do add in some additional cutting to the wig. Now the Mazali chop, just a quick overview of the product page. It starts at $700 for a 16-inch, and as with all of our wigs, the overall length of the unit is actually about 4 inches longer than the stated length when you're measuring from the crown, from the top of the head. So 16 inches falls to about 20 inches down the back when measuring from the top of the head, or about 15 inches when measuring from the nape down the back. So you've got 16 inches, 18 inches, 20 inches, and those are the different lengths that you have. And just keep in mind that the price is affected by your lens selection. So you can see here that that changes when you change the price, when you change the length. And you do have texture option, straight and wavy, cap size, and then whether or not you'd like to have the item cut and styled. And of course, don't forget the hair color. This is where you would add it to your cart, followed by the general description and the specifics of the unit construction, some images to show all that to you, and we're going to dive right into this. I also think it's important always to take a look at the reviews. You can click on the show reviews button here. You can also click on it right from up here, and that will bring you straight to the reviews. And the reviews are great because they give you an idea of what customers think. You know, this is unfiltered. We don't censor any of the reviews. The only thing we do occasionally is we'll put in a response, but we publish every review that is submitted, good or bad. And the good news is that 99% of them are actually amazing. So go ahead and read the reviews, and let's dive right in over here. The first selection that you'll be making is the length selection, 16-inch, 18-inch, and 20-inch. And as I mentioned, the actual length falling down the back is measured from the crown, from the top of the head, and it falls about 4 inches longer than this length. So 20 inches is actually quite long, and it'll fall about 24 inches down. The texture is the next selection. So you can see here I'm holding up an example of a straight unit, and a straight unit will dry naturally straight, but it can also hold a curl or a wave if it's styled. And here you can see the wavy, and the wavy dries naturally like this, wavy texture, but it could also be blown out straight if you decided one day, you know, you wanted to switch it up or have a style put in for an occasion. The next step is going to be the cap size. The cap size, we have small, medium, large, and extra large, and most people are medium, so if you're not sure, you can go ahead and choose medium. We do have a money back guarantee, so you know, if any of the details end up not being right, the fit's not just perfect, there's a hassle-free exchange process that we have here, just because, you know, you don't really know your size until you try one on. Even if you've purchased a wig from another company before, it can always be a little bit different. And if you want to know for sure, if you do have a soft tape measure, you can go ahead. The primary measurement that we use to determine our size is the around the head measurement. So you would go ahead and use a soft tape measure to do a measurement like you see here, and once you get the results of that, you'll see here 20 inches to 21 1/4 is small, and so on. So you can go ahead and get an exact measurement on your size if you have a soft tape measure. And the next step is going to be to choose whether or not to have the unit cut and styled. In particular with this unit, most people order it just as it is, and some people, like I mentioned before, will wear it right out of the bag. And just an example of what we're talking about here. So this unit that you're looking at here with the model with the peachy shirt has a little bit of some extra layers cut into it. But if you want to see how it comes right out of the bag, here's an example with very little styling put into it, just to demonstrate precisely what you would get when it ships. Here's another example of that. So there's a lot of volume here, and if you do want to lighten it a little bit and thin it out, you know, that's definitely a personal preference. But this is how it comes shipped right to you. It is probably just straightened a bit. You know, if it's when it comes in the box, it's a little mushed up, so you may have to just wet it and blow it out and straighten it a little bit to have a look like this. But otherwise, it's exactly as it is shipped. So that is how we would recommend ordering it. But if you do want to have it cut to a particular style, it's no problem. Just select from this drop-down menu the one that says please cut and style my wig before shipping, which will add $198 to the order. And then over here you go ahead and enter the details of how you would like it cut and styled. You can always send us an image of yourself wearing a particular style that you want it to look like. That will cost, I'm sorry, that's no additional cost, but that will be very helpful. So you can send us an image of yourself. You can also select from our hairstyle section any one of these and just put the name of the style into the input box over here. So it's taking a moment to load. And if you noticed, I did, before I went here and I clicked on the link, I right clicked and then did open link in new tab, so I didn't lose the page, which is very convenient. Little shortcut to know if you didn't know that already. And here we are, we have, let's say, the Haley, we have Katie. So you can just write down the name of the model. You can also click into each one for additional images of the style. Most of these have multiple images. This one has 3 images I can see here. So you can choose any of these and put that in over here. Right there, you put down the name. Or you can also send us links to images on the web. You can email images to service@fortunewigs.com. Those are all options. And one of our professional stylists will cut it to your specifications. The final step in this process is going to be to select your color. So we have here from 1 black all the way up to 2416, which is a very light blonde. And then we have 4 ombre selections. Please do keep in mind that selecting an ombre will add an additional $50 to your order. And that's about it. If you're not sure which color to order, just go ahead and select the one that's closest to you. There's a good chance that'll work for you. Our colors are absolutely amazing, and the accuracy on the screen is as good as we can get. We've worked really hard on that, but of course it does show up a little bit differently from screen to screen. So if it's your first time, just select the color that's closest to yours, and we have our money back guarantee. If we don't get it right, we can always swap it out for you and until we get it right. So no worries about that. And of course, you know, it's always the first time around ordering a human hair wig on the internet. It's the first time around that is the most challenging. Once you know your color and you know your size, it makes it much easier the second time around. And that is actually why we have our money back guarantee. And then of course, once you have everything, all of your options selected, you'll click on the add to cart button. Okay, they're telling me that I need to fill out that field. So I'll just put that in. That's because I selected to have the hair cut and styled. And we'll go ahead and add it to your cart. And there you are. We can go ahead and proceed to checkout. And keep in mind that the website is totally secure. Like you see up here, we're secured with a GeoTrust certificate. And we do have our money back guarantee and return policy. So it's a very safe transaction. And if you have any questions, please do drop us a line at 877-944-7480, 877-944-7480, or send us an email to service@fortunewigs.com. I hope you have a great day.